Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Kingdom Hearts 2. Last time we left off, we were doing a bunch of menial... I think that was the obligatory photo collecting video. The necessary evil. This time we are going to be heading into the Cave of Remembrance. And it's a pretty interesting place, because it's like a much higher level area than everything. It's like a late game end sort of thing that you're supposed to do. And the ending, like the end of the cave is kind of disappointing. Not in the fact that it's like, oh, this is just not worth it. It's more like, oh, there's more shit to do. Oh fuck, this is hard. I'm not gonna be able to record this. So we'll get to there. When we get there, we'll get there. As stupid as it may have sounded. So yeah, the cave is pretty interesting. If you remember correctly, it opened up back in Hollow Bastion. I think during the... Which section is it? It's during the Civil War between... Well, not Civil War, but the war between the Heartless and the Nobodies. Oh yeah, for some reason these guys are invulnerable. They are technically different enemies. Because they will also drop Remembrance items as... Right there. Speak of the devil. As well as other, you know, shards and whatnot. I wanted to search up what their names are, because some of them are rather interesting. I guess it's the Cavern of Remembrance, with the cave. Oh shit. Yeah, so a lot of the enemies are much harder than they are in the regular game. And much more annoying in that sense, because these guys are invulnerable unless you knock back the ball of fire like that, which is supposed to then hit him in the... like that, and then it turns them in one. I don't know. They were just frustrating to deal with. That's all I remember. No, I actually did this section in two different segments. So I went and completely cleared everything in this cave, this first area, and then I went and tried to continue, and then realized that I needed level 3. You know, high jump, glide, and aerial dodge, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to go level up. And I think I was going to do that here, because I saw that the cars were dropping groups of 3 experience for Master Form. I was like, okay, this should be an okay place to grind, right? Turns out every other mob does not drop drive orbs. I think I already mentioned this in a previous video, but I did not have... drive converter on the entire time I was grinding Master Form, and I only realized that after I finished the game, because as I'm recording the audio for this, I have finished the boss fight. I got through everything that I wanted to get through, and it's like, okay, let's just wrap things up with the boss. Now I'm out of mana, which really sucked, because they are invulnerable at this stage, and well, they are, like, very weak to magic. Well, specifically ice. Fire was doing shit all. I wanted fire to do something. That's why I kept using it. And I was like, please, you should be immune to magic, right? I should just be able to spam any sort of magic. But no, it just seems like ice is the thing. I think they're called hot rods, and I think that, you know, that would make a lot of sense, that fire wouldn't do much to a hot rod. Of course, now I'm getting my butt kicked, and I don't have the mana to save me, so Dolan, please. Am I still trying to use fire? That is some commitment. I'll give myself that. There's just so many enemies in this one area. There are very few enemies within the cave. It's sort of split between like a one fight zone, and then it goes into like an exploration zone, which confused me a little. And then they're generally like split up between these corridors with pipes that you have to maneuver around, and that's the reason you need movement skills like glide and aerial dodge, because the pipes can get very frustrating, and even when you have them, they're not like easy. Or at least they weren't for me, because I suck at parkour. This is before I even have glide, I think, so I'm just collecting a bunch of stuff that I can right now. There is a way to get up on the pillar right here next to me, but I don't have a high enough jump to do so. and there's a treasure chest up there. Now, I don't think I've mentioned this, but I won't be getting all the treasure chests in this game. I'll be getting every single one except for one. Not because I don't like that item. I mean, I would have totally been able to just pick up that item if I wanted to, but the reason why I can't is because at the end of this cave, there's a specific challenge, if you will, that you can do, and that will have the last treasure chest in the game. And that challenge is very fucking hard that I cannot deal with. I had one attempt and went, nope, fuck this, I'm out. I think the challenge is almost similar to, like, Sephiroth. I think. Kingdom Hearts 2 FM. I'm gonna double check this. Because Sephiroth is supposed to be like one of the hardest boss fights in the game. And I think the challenge at the end of this cave that I won't spoil until later is very similar to that. I did speed that section up because all I did was just fuck around. And I think I just do like a rough cut here because I spend like 10 minutes fucking around going, I wish I could go farther, and end up finding out that I can't. Yeah, so here's me re-entering. This is after I got all my movement tech, by the way, as you can tell. What was this important item that I had to go get? AP boost, never mind. Is this one any better? Manifest illusion. Okay, that's... I will say, that is pretty good. Because there are very few in the game. Oh, that's really disappointing. Like, it looks like the challenge... Most of the challenges at the end of this cave is actually much harder than Sephiroth. So, that's fun. Oh god, that seems like an awful time. So here, I will be speeding up my attempts to get through this because, as you see, you need to pace things, and I spent several attempts trying to get in here. Several attempts. This has always been like a bother to me. These fucking pipes. Because I did try coming into the Cave of Remembrance in my own personal playthrough before recording all of this. And I got up to the third set of pipes, right before the doorway that will lead me out. There you go. And I got to like the last set of pipes to go through and just could not go under it because I wasn't high enough level with the glide. So I had a really hard time doing that. And I just ended up going, you know what? Fuck it, I'm done. I don't know what's at the end of this cave, and I don't really care. Let's just go fight the end boss. That's why I really wanted to go check out the end of this cave. And, not sure if it was worth it, but it was pretty cool to look at the cave and explore. And I also need to go in the cave anyway because for the Ultimate Keyblade, which I think I built at the end of this episode. In order to build the Ultimate Keyblade, you need to get all the Auriculum pluses, or at least I did. That was the only thing I was missing. And out of all of the Auriculum pluses, the hardest one, in my opinion, to get is the... you have to get the one from the Moogle. And the Moogles will not give you it unless you get every item in the game. With every item, there's like Dark... Twilight, stuff like that. But each whatchamacallit, I can't think of the word. Each kind of crystal has, or each kind of item has is separated into 4 sections. So there's shards, stones, gems, and crystals. I think I went in here and I couldn't get a crystal because it drops at after the second set of pipes, I think, which I did not ever. I couldn't get to. I dropped down here, it's like, oh, what's in here? Nothing. Nothing at all. This is the exact same place I was just at. Luckily, I can get back and glide my way back to victory. Yeah, as I was mentioning, the items require 4 different kinds of items. So like the Remembrance has shards, gems, stones, and crystals, and that's the same with like every other version of items. There's so many different types. There's like 20 or something. Use powerful attacks to open the valves. Essentially, you just have to beat the shit out of the valves, but they regenerate health. You just have to make sure you can kill them all relatively quickly, which I did on the first try, which is nice. Now this will activate the machine work in another room. I think in the next room, actually. Yeah. I'm not sure if it starts at the factory in... Well, it's not the next room. I don't remember after that. It's 2 rooms from now? 3 rooms? It would be the 3rd from now. I guess technically we are in the 2nd room. Never mind. But, yeah, I don't know. This cave is confusing. Oh yeah, I decided to heal because I was worried about fighting people in the next room, but there seemed to be nobody in the next room, so we were totally fine. I just wanted to put everyone at full health and get my mana back, or be at full mana by the next fight. I'm pretty sure the area we were just at is not down there, but down there. So whatever. I don't know the layout of this cave, I'm sorry. This is only the 2nd time in my entire Kingdom Hearts career, I guess, that I've actually seen this cave. Oh yeah, the Ride of the Winds are back, and I did just waste it right there because I didn't know where I'm supposed to go. And I think for the most part, I don't actually have to go onto that pipe that, it looks like it... At this point, I'm like, oh, I guess I have to go on this pipe. You could actually just shoot yourself upwards and then, like, glide past it and not have to worry about it. But yeah, this is where the last of the holo action pictures and treasures are. And I think I complete the sunset picture in this recording session as well. Or at least this video. This was like one of the last... I think this was the 2nd last recording. I think the last recording was like 2 minutes long of me just going, oh yeah, that's right, I have to go build the Ultimate Keyblade. I spent all my time trying to get that. Might as well build it. It's a pretty cool place. But as I said, the ending of this cave is like, oh really, dude? This is fucking hard. More maps. We haven't actually like gotten all the maps in this game, because apparently there's like 4 or 5 in this one, for this one area. And I think this is when I dropped down by accident going, okay, where did I go? Where am I doing pictures? Looks like I'm doing pictures. I think I've already finished all the other pictures. But we got a few here. So that's Riku's face. He still looks really weird with the blonde hair. I think that's Roxas's hand, and I wasn't sure where that was supposed to go because Roxas's face kind of blended in. And that's right there, yep. I was like, oh, that's odd. That doesn't look right. And I think the one at the bottom should be... Nope, still didn't recognize that. Good job, good job. There's a piece that's moved to the side. I think there's 2 pieces actually, because there was one for the castle, or the tower in the back. I dropped down here thinking that I missed something, but turned out that was the engine room for the hall, which I think I accidentally fall down in here. So I have to make my own way back. Good. So yeah, the Key of Remembrance isn't too bad. It's not bad. It's not bad. I guess I might as well just talk about the ending. What's at the end of this hall? Because I don't really have much else to talk about. Because I've already rambled about like everything else in the entire game. You know, it's it's hard trying to find stuff when you're trying to talk over collecting picture pieces, fighting absent silhouettes. What else did I do? The mushroom video where I had to fight a bunch of mushrooms to get tranquility items, and And now I have to do this very somber. I love the music in this game, by the way. I love the somber music. As I find something to talk about. I think this is another... Yeah, this is another area we have to find... It's either going to be the fight zone or the pipes. Set 2. Oh, I'm trying to make sure I'm collecting all the items. Because I was really worried about missing some items. And it turned out that I got all the items on the list, but I was still missing one, and it pissed me the fuck off. It was bad. I was like, are you serious? So this one is rather hard because you have to use the aerial dodge. I thought I had a glide around, but that is not the case. And there are holes at the bottom that if you fall, you will fall all the way down to the lower section of the map. So yes, this takes me several attempts. You have to, like, I think you have to glide, and then near the end you have to aerial dodge upwards and get onto the pipes. Glide and then aerial dodge, and I somehow managed to get up here. And then into another fight. Oh, it's the Nobody lances, or the lance the heartless things. Now more annoying than ever. As I said, all these enemies like hit you much harder and can get much more annoying. I think the bookmasters, I think that's what they're called. Oh, the air. Oh, that's right. The AirPods are back. Fuck the AirPods. They are just so annoying. They hurt so much. Oh, yeah, that's right. My controller died, so I had to pause and connect my controller mid-fight. That was very fun, because I didn't know my controller or my the cable for my controller was already in my PlayStation Xbox. Yeah, good job. So I was scrounging around for like 10 minutes trying to find it. Like, where the fuck? Oh, good job. I get paid the big bucks for that exact reason. Don't worry. A whole like 1/10 of a cent. Some very valuable money. Oh yeah, I also equipped the ability where no matter if I'm hitting someone or not, I can continue a combo. And for the most part, I kind of like the finisher section of that, where it's like you can finish off a finisher more so than just the actual combo. Because I found myself going, okay, this is a much longer combo than I remember. What the fuck is going on? Okay, so this is the area. This is the only area where crystals would drop, and they only drop from, I think, one particular enemy. The big tanks from Tron's World are here, and they were annoying in Tron's World, and now they hit much harder. So, just imagine that. I think those are the only enemies who drop remembrance crystals. Actually, one sec. I wanted to keep that. Fuck. Remembrance crystals. So I'm pretty sure they are only dropped by the big tanks. I don't think anyone else drops it. You find them only in the conveyor belts. They are the upgraded versions of the giant purple space paranoid lightning monsters. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh yeah, that's right. They have steam pipes littered around this area that will hurt you both. Either I don't think that hurts the Heartless. Never mind. No, I was really worried about falling off here, but I think it just leads back to the area we were just fighting in, so it's not a huge deal. I'm just gonna get stun locked by this guy because I'm a genius. I don't think that was the one that was the most annoying. Yeah, this guy was the most annoying. Him and the arrow dude. The conveyor belt moves you so fucking far away from them. It's unreal. Yeah, see, this is just why I hate these two. The combination of these two assholes are just so fucking annoying. The arrow guy does like too much damage. Either that or just stun locks you. I'm not sure which is more annoying. I could just run by them on. I think I do at one point. But I do need a grind, because level 80 is not high enough. I'm pretty sure the max level is 99? So we're actually pretty close to max level. Pretty sure. Kingdom Hearts Rechain to Birth by Sleep Recoded and Dream Drop Distance is maximum level 99. Yeah, here's me just running away. I was like, fuck it, I just need the treasure chests and the stickers. Those are the only things that are important to me right now. Does it say how many are in Kingdom Hearts? 1? I'm not sure. I think I got all the treasure chests in this room, and I'm just double checking to see. What did I get? I think that was the crystal that I needed for... Yeah, there's the crystal that I needed for all the items in the game. And now, puzzle pieces. I was missing 4, okay. Technically 5, because one of those is not missing. There should be 46 pictures within... Or 46 treasure chests in Hollow Bastion. But they only show 45, which was really annoying. And I still didn't fix that bottom part. I'm pretty sure I don't realize it because... or I won't realize it until the end, where I find the last 3. And I think the last 3 are in this room, so... For everyone who's like, yeah, this is the last room. This was the one that I got stuck on the most when I first played this, because I didn't have max levels. And I need max level glide, I think. I'm pretty sure I need glide 3. Because you need to glide around, and then you jump into this pipe, and then it's hard. And then there's a second pipe you have to find. I think you have to glide in the first one, and then aerial dodge through the second one, and then continue. But I kept messing this up, because I think I kept getting too close to a wall. Oh, yeah, so here you go. You have to glide through the first, or no, aerial dodge the first one, glide through the second. Some tricky shit right there. I think that only works with the aerial dodge, or the glide level 3, I think. Don't quote me on that, but... So here I was like, here's the last piece. Done. What? Lol, what? God damn it. So for this you got a grand ribbon, and this is a really good item. If memory serves correct, it should be 4 armor plus like 10% for every resistance, including dark. And I got puzzler because I got all the puzzles. I got all the puzzles for the first time, and it felt good. It felt good. 25% resistance. Never mind. That was just really nice upgrade. I think I gave someone else the item. I gave Goofy the shock charm because I was like, this is much better. I think it was the petite ribbon I gave it up for. More armor, more protection for everything else besides thunder. And since I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to be walking into, it should be the last 2 treasure chests, is what I'm thinking. Turns out there's a third one. We'll get into that. But there's a giant corridor of Nobodies. And it's like a lot. It's a lot of fighting. Oh, that's cool. My attack turned to berserk. I think that's when my MP recharges. I get increased strength. I thought it was when I get low health I'll get increased strength, but apparently it's when my mana recharges. Yeah, I think my combos, my finisher combos are just like super long for some reason. 'Cause I do have a bunch of combo pluses and everything, I know, but it feels like I keep repeating the same combos. Which isn't bad, like I do like to hit and do damage, but the only problem I have with it is it doesn't go to the finisher. It like keeps resetting the finisher, so I finish off like with the bubbles and whatnot much less. Makes any sense. Dolan's about to die. I think I also show off Final Form, which I did show off me getting, but I never really showed off the combat with it, which it's a very fun combat system. Because my favorite part is when he turns his two Keyblades into like two guns and they both shoot up like up and down. It looks really cool. Hopefully I do that move. But that won't be until like the third fight in this area, and there are a shit ton. Oh, the dual stance, yeah. I was able to kill 2 people with that, I think. Either 1 or 2. I don't think I got this second. They have like so much health, by the way. Like all these regular Nobodies have like 2 bars worth of health. Granted, the second bar is, you know, relatively short, but still a fuck ton of health to chew through. And this should probably be like an explanation of why the challenge at the end of this is much harder than you would expect, because everything has much more health and does much more damage. That's why I like the finisher, especially with the air combos, where I can like do a gravity blast and then like continue it up with and like follow someone and continue to do more damage. It looks really cool. I missed the berserk. Oh, I got it. Never mind. I was like, did I miss that berserk? God damn it. I'm not sure if any of these Nobodies drop anything. I would imagine they might, but they haven't so far, so I'm not sure. This second section goes by really easy because of berserk. Such a broken mechanic. It just does so much damage, and you can continuously keep, you know, bringing it back. And as long as you get the mace, which I failed there. Oh, Dolan's dead. I was like, why am I getting healed? Dolan, please make this easier for me. That being said, Dolan just dies like almost every time. Wow, 1 hit and he's just like almost dead. I'm not sure how good Save the Queen is for him, because for Save the Queen it quickly revives him, right? It's that skill. Where it's supposed to quickly revive the user in combat, I should say. Pretty sure that's the thing. Yeah, I feel like I should have done that finisher like 3 times there, but I just kept attacking. Now I'm wondering if at max level do you get the ability to have every ability in the game? Because at the beginning they sort of went, okay, you had to pick strength over defense over magic, but are you like the same strength at the end of the game as you would? Like, how much does that impact? Does it just impact the speed in which you're going to get it, or does it impact like specific skills? Like if you don't pick up magic or you disregard magic, you'll have different skills. That is something to look into. I could probably Google it, but it'd be I don't know. It'd be better to have like someone tell me, just because I'm lazy. The dancers. Ugh. They are just so annoying. They were actually one of the harder Nobodies to find within the game to you know, have drop rates on for them to drop their items. I think they gave Dent or Twilight stones or gems. I don't remember which. I think it's a stone for some reason. So I go into Final Form here. And this is maxed out Final Form, by the way, so I have like 9 bars worth of Final Form. And it's sort of like a mixture between all of them, which is really nice. You know, like the strength of Valor, the floatiness of Wisdom, and the mobility of whatchamacallit, Master. Jesus, couldn't think of the word. I'm just getting thrown around. Good job. I think I put Fatal Crest on it. I think it's Fatal Crest. Throw like the dragon head we get from the Titan Cup, I think. so far, haven't really done anything with this. There you go. These guys are just so tanky, though. I'm gonna do the twin gun shooter, because that looks awesome when they do that. I was able to dodge his damage by healing. That made me feel real cool. Although, I don't know, healing in this game like is so punishing. It's like in the first game it's like, okay, you have like several bars of mana that, and I think heal took like 3 or 4. This game it's like, oh, you want to do magic? Well, if you heal, you're out of magic. It's like, oh. The cool thing about no, this is Final Form, not any of the others, is this entire fight's all in midair. There it is. I think I now touched the ground. Okay. I don't know. I like aerial combat, the spectacle fighter aerial combat sort of thing. We're still not done. There's so many fucking nobodies. And they're guarding something, I guess, pretty important, so I guess technically it's okay to have this many fucking people. There is a shortcut to the end of the cave, by the way, that you unlock after getting through it. I think it's a shortcut. At least I hope to God it's a shortcut. If it's not, then going through all of this every time you want to get to the end of it would be a huge and utter bitch. Which is why I'm pretty sure it's just a shortcut. We could at least leave from that area, so I assume it's going to be like a two-way shortcut. I was getting greedy to heal, but then Dolan died, so rip Dolan. I feel like that's like half the commentary for this game. It's just like, oh, Dolan died, got it. Dolan, please. You had one job. Did one more of those guys just respawn or something? Yeah, one of them did just spawn. What an asshole. So this is when I started to realize that I can't go into a final form because Dolan is dead. Which is rather frustrating. That I mean, it makes sense because, you know, in order for me to get into final form, I need to use Dolan and Gooby. But it is kind of frustrating if it's like, oh, he's dead, you can't do shit. You just gotta wait. It's like, oh. Well, then if I heal, I don't really have to go into my final form. So here is the final door to this area. And I'm going to be menuing. Good job. Here we go. One computer, 2 chests. Now you'd think those are the 2 last chests in the game, but oh wait, there's more. There's one more that you have to get, that you can only get after completing the challenge from the computer. Another lost illusion. That should be a doorway that opens up, I think. And this is the map. It's the last map of the game. We got that shit done. Woo! So this is when I was like, oh, got all the maps. Sick. Treasures. What's going on? I got all the maps. Navigator, swick. And I was like, wait a second. Did I miss a treasure chest somewhere? What's going on? I googled this, and like I said, the last treasure is actually dropped, or I guess revealed, after you completed this challenge. He's 3rd. He's what is that? 9. There's 8, or is that 7? Can't tell. So lots of doors just opened up. And I'm like, where's my treasure chest? Please, treasure chest, where are you? What ended up happening is I unlocked something called the Data Replicas. And the Data Replicas, as you might imagine, are replicas of the organization members. as you can kind of guess by the doorways with each of their items and weapons on it. So essentially what this is harder, bigger, badder versions of all the boss fights of every organization member in the game. And I think after you complete the game, you can then fight Xemnas, and that completes it. But you have to fight all of them in order to unlock the last treasure chest. And that's the frustrating part. You're like, oh, that would have been nice. I do show off Axel, which is apparently one of the harder fights out of all the organization members in general. I was reading like I said, I was reading a forum, and someone rated it their second hardest fight, which is nice to know. Apparently, Demexis, Zoldan, Lux, are all up there with being one of the hardest. But you'll notice how like I'm burning right now, and I didn't realize that I'm taking consistent damage on the ground, and then. And then he like hits me. He two hits me, and I almost die. I think I die regardless. Like I'm just slowly getting killed by the fire, regardless of me being on the floor. So yeah, I was like, fuck that. It's like no way. So that's at the end of Cave Remembrance. It looks interesting. If I was ever high enough level and have any sort of skill to do that. But there's no fucking way I'm going to be able to do that. It'll take me like years. Which is why I was like, that's probably going to not be recorded. And the exit right here leads out into this area. I don't know if that is a two-way exit. I hope it is a two-way exit. I didn't double check. I didn't like leave and come back, cause it looks like faded out and washed out, so it may not be, but I'm hoping to God it is. I think now I go and build the Ultimate Keyblade. Now that I have all the items, I go and build the Ultimate Keyblade, which looks baller as fuck. Apparently I'm just going to sit in the pause menu until, like, for 30 minutes. Sick. Best pause menu in A. But yes, that is Cave Remembrance. It's, like, a much harder area with... Like I said, the challenge wasn't, like, disappointing to find. It was more like, oh, fuck, this is harder than I've ever seen. Why is this a thing? This is, Oh, this is me, like, going, counting how many treasure chests there are in the game. And right there, I think it's 45, but there's a 46th one that is only dropped, as I mentioned, like, 17 times by now. Only dropped during, or after your fight with all members of the Data Replicas. And I'm pretty sure only some Data Replicas, come back later. Or you can only be unlocked at, like, certain... Let's see. Xemnas can only be taken... takes place at the memory, blah, 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 blah. How do you get Xemnas' replica? Because that was not there. We had... Let's see. We had... Zoldan was there. Vexen was there, Leaxius was there, Zexion was there, Larxene, Marluxia. I think Lux was there, maybe not. Demexis was there, Axel was there. I don't remember seeing Syax or Roxas. There's the Ultima Keyblade, or Ultima Keyblade. It has mana, let's see, MP Hastra, I think it is. And I went to level 8 Moogle. I can now make new items in free development. I can also make Centaurian, which I think I do. That staff is ridiculous. It's like 13 strength. The cool thing about it, it's in the shape of the weapon from Leaxius. And I think I also make Shadow Archive. Unfortunately, I don't have any more energy crystals. Drastically increases magic and maximum MP. And I can make a Mithril Gem and Serenity Crystal. So yeah, I was pretty happy that I was able to build the final Keyblade, which I do use in the final boss fight. It looks so cool. It surprisingly only has the same amount of strength as Oblivion, except it has more magic. And I was double checking to see if I could put Oblivion, because I do like Oblivion. It looks like a really cool Keyblade. But Master and Valor are both magic. It's a mixture of magic and physical. But yeah, there's Centaria. 13 strength, 3 magic. It's like, holy crap, the strength is unreal. I should be looking at accessories, yeah. This gives, I think, yeah, 5 AP, 3 magic. It's pretty good. I think I give this to Sora. No, I don't, because I don't have anything to replace it. So I give it to Gooby. Not Gooby, Doland. I take away his strength, because he doesn't particularly use strength. He's more of a magic user, but there's that.